Hey, what's up guys, Dhruv Modi here, back with another Photoshop video tutorial. And in this video I'm gonna show you how to take this picture of this girl shot in a studio, then add a different background, how to add the smoke elements around her, and then I'm gonna show you how to do this really good color correction. As you can see here, many layers, too much things going on. And then I'm gonna show you how to enlarge her dress, and then add some really beautiful lens flares and add some color correction to make her look really beautiful. So this is going to be a really kick-ass tutorial. Stay with me and let's get started. So before we start, in last video I showed you how to take a overexposed photograph and bring back all the lost details and make it usable and look really good. So if you want to watch that video, the link is in the description, or you can also click here on this box. And after that, let's move on to this video. So as you can see here, many things going on, a lot of layers, and this is a green screen shot. And to mask her I used pen tool, in case if you are wondering. The quick selection I wasn't very happy with that, so I took pen tool and spent like 30-35 minutes, I don't know, to mask her out. So this is her image, as you can see here, the masked out. So I'm gonna use this image as a reference, so we do not waste any like half our time just into her masking. So I'm just gonna copy her and paste her here. So as you can see here, we do not have any mask, so I'm just gonna, this type of things can happen, so I'm just gonna throw this layer here, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna delete this one so you can see better, and also delete the background. So this is the transparent, and I'm gonna press Ctrl A and make her in a center. So let's go back to this composition and put her here so it can help us. So I'm gonna turn on the background layer, and I'm also gonna copy the background. So let's copy it and go back here and paste it. So when you mask your model in this image, as you can see here, you have to just fill the gray color. If you have anything transparent, as you can see here, it's really easy thing. I'm just gonna show you in a bit. So as you can see here, this is the basic output, the background and the girl. And if you want to use these images, they are from devantart.com and they are totally free. If you want to download them, the link in the description, so you can download it and help yourself with practice. So we are ready. So first of all, I'm gonna show you how to add this depth of field, as you can see here, so we can make it look that it was shot with really good lens and the camera. So I'm just gonna duplicate this image, the background image, and then I'm gonna go to filter. You can use two blurs, one is Gaussian blur and one is lens blur. So let's try with the lens blur first. So make sure that you do not overdo it. I'm using radius of 54 and the shape is pentagon like 5. So if you turn it on and off, you can see here. So I'm gonna hit OK, and then it's look fake, like ridiculously fake, because this window is far from this wall. So apply a layer mask and grab your brush. You have to have knowledge about basic masking and selection stuff, because it's advanced tutorial and I cannot explain everything here, because if I will try to do so the tutorial will be like 2-3 hours long, and nobody watches that long videos, especially when they are tutorials. So I am thinking about making a different video in masking, especially for masking, because many people have confusion with that, but that we'll talk about that later. So as you can see here, just in 1 minute we added really good depth of field. Take your time and mask better. Oops, I selected crop tool. Here's the brush, and okay, this looks better. So this is the fake depth of field, and let's go back. So the depth of field done, and then some levels. So let me go to levels and 1.25 and nothing else, I'm pretty sure. So let's go back and create another adjustment layers on top of everything. So let's go back to levels, and here 1.25, so we can have really good like brightness overall. And then let's go back, and don't worry about this smoke layer right now. I'm gonna show you how to do that later. So this is the brightness contrast, and then there is another brightness contrast but with a different way. So first of all, let's use the normal one. Let's see what is the values. -26 on contrast. So let's go back and create another layer, and I'm gonna use brightness contrast, and in the contrast -26. So this far we are going pretty good. We did not screw up anything. And then this brightness contrast layer, if you look at here, the mask looks something like this, and it might look crazy, but it is really easy thing to do. So let's go back and create another adjustment layers, and this time add a lot of brightness. Don't worry about everything else. We only want her edges to be brighter, so concentrate on that. And after that, select your mask and press Ctrl I. So we have temporarily hide everything, and then control click on her so we can have selection of her. So whenever working with this type of crazy stuff, always make sure that you save the mask that you created. Do not right click and apply this thing. I don't like this thing. So this way you can use that mask. And now go back to brightness contrast. Pretty advanced stuff. No beginners can get really confused, but I cannot explain everything in every video. So as you can see here, I am painting only on her edges to make them brighter. I can also go back here and see what are the values. So the brightness is +53. So I'm gonna double click here and +53. And then I'm gonna select the mask again, and then I'm gonna paint only on the edges, as you can see here. So this far we are going great. And paint only on the edges, because I don't know why, but this image has really, because it was shot in a really different background, and the background we have used is totally different, so it can be difficult. So now I'm gonna press Ctrl D, and if I turn it on and off, you can see here only the edges looks like that. And let's go back and see the mask here. So we do not have anything here, so I'm gonna go back and grab a black color brush and hide it from here. So, and I'm also gonna paint like something here so we do not have too much of a brightness. So as you can see here, it helps to bring that good look. Actually not the good look. we are all we are trying to do is match her with the background, nothing else. So do anything you can to match your subject from the background. You do not have to follow the exact steps that I do. So that's pretty good. So this far we are going good, but our model looks pretty bright. I don't know why. So I think we screw up in the levels a bit. So let's go back and check out. Or okay, I got it. I got it. You know, this kind of things happens with me a lot. So as you can see here, I wanted to make only the background brighter, not her, but we screwed up a little bit, but don't worry about it. So this far going pretty okay. And then let's see here, layer 3, and this is to make her even brighter, but this is one really cool different method. All you have to do is you as you can see here, this is a separate layer, so just copy it. You can press Ctrl J and put this thing on the top. So we have her here, and then put this on screen blend mode, so she is extremely bright because screen blend mode makes everything brighter. And now select the mask and hide everything. The same thing we did with the brightness contrast. Control click on the layer, and now paint only on the edges with white color. The stuff can be a bit confusing. I know my work methods are pretty weird, or I don't know, they are normal, but as you can see here, this helps to make these things brighter and match them with background a little better. So you can paint it here and a bit here, maybe not, I don't know. So as you can see here, in these two layers we made her look way better, and she looks really better, and she looks like she belongs to the background. So I'm gonna paint it slight here so we can get rid of that shadow over there. So going pretty good. And now hue and saturation. So this is pretty cool trick. So whenever you shot a subject on green screen, this kind of stuff can happen. You have really green highlights on transparent races or sometimes also on the screen, sorry, the skin. And then you get like, oh my god, how do I get rid of that? So there's really easy trick. You select hue saturation in adjustment layers and then you go to greens, but I don't know why in this layer the green is not working that good for me. So what I can do is go to master and change the hue directly until that green goes away. Now I know she looks like magenta, but don't worry about that. Select your mask and press Ctrl I. As always, we hide everything with Ctrl I, and then I'm gonna paint only on that green part. So I know magenta is not the color of her dress, I get that, but you can maybe desaturate it a little bit and then try to match it. So usually when you go to greens and desaturate it, they goes away, but this time not working. So you have to keep different type of tricks in your bag. It can be helpful. So this far we are going great. And then the exposure. This helps to remove those really dark parts and helps her blend better with the background. So let's go here and check out what values we have. -15 and plus 0.115, and oh my god, this is crazy stuff. I can like directly copy this layer here. So yes, that's really good. So this is the untitled. So as you can see here, but what is the point of this doing, right? So I'm gonna reveal everything. So as you can see here, this thing, I just turned down exposure a little bit and I increased the offset, so image will look flat and it will lose the contrast. So I'm gonna press Ctrl Z, nothing else, no big deal, just increase your offset bit and remove the exposures a little. So as you can see here, but I don't want her face to be affected, so super obvious thing, select your mask, select brush, and I'm gonna paint black color on her face. Make sure you don't paint somewhere else. So this is going pretty good here, and so blends a lot better with the background. If it's too much, you can always decrease the opacity a bit. That option is always there. So this far you can leave it here if you don't have too much time. It already looks way better and she looks like she belongs to that background, but when we have Photoshop, why not do something more? So what you can do is, when you have nothing else to do, you can add some smoke without any kind of reasons. But so here I'm gonna show you how to add smoke, but I just remembered that we forgot to enlarge her dress. So first let's enlarge the dress so we can add the smoke later and we won't have too much trouble. So as you can see here, this is the model. When you realize that you will going to have too many layers, just don't be lazy like me and name them, so it can be really helpful. So put her here, and this time as you can see here, we cannot use that method because we have already brightened her up, so I cannot use the original layer. So what can we do? So you can do one thing, hide the background so she will look something like this, and then create a new layer and press Ctrl Alt Shift and E. So you can have like composite snapshot of her. See, her sister came out of nowhere. So now turn the background on again and then hold Alt key and then apply a mask so we can hide everything. And then I'm gonna take a really soft brush. So I will hide everything from here so you can see what the heck is going on here. So I'm gonna make the brush really big. As you can see, she is right there, but she is hidden. So I'm gonna paint white color to bring her back. Actually only the portion of her dress back. So I'm gonna make my brush really small here and remove these parts. So bit crazy stuff, huh? But so as you can see here, I'm gonna hide it a little bit from here so we can have her better. Now what you can do is select her and then press Ctrl T, and make her dress a little bit bigger, something like this, and then put it slightly here. So right now I know it looks ridiculous, but when you increase the size a bit, something like this, okay, this far it is going pretty good. And then hit enter, or you can do one thing, right click and select warp. So this tool allows you to match the curves of the transformation. So these things obviously take a lot of time. I'm just showing you the method, so whenever in the future you want to increase the size of the dress, you can do that. So it is looking ridiculous. I mean, it looks good, but as you can see here, we have transparency. So make your brush really small and right click and make it slightly harder, not too much, and then grab white color and start painting. Select the mask first, don't make that kind of mistakes, and then select white color and paint in these parts so we don't have transparency. This is the one type of problem you can have when you use really soft brush. But and I know that no matter how good I will try to explain you people, you will have some questions, so don't worry about that and feel free to ask me in the comments. I would love to answer them. So as you can see here, we have enlarged her dress a little bit and with some problems, but you know how to do this thing, right? Now all you have to do is keep patience and paint carefully. So, and you know, when we will add the smoke, it will blend a lot better. So take care of proportion, and we screwed up this thing totally. So you can just paint white color here and boo, it's gone. Photoshop is awesome. So as you can see here, a big dress without budget in Photoshop. So this is going good. I think I will turn this video into two parts, so if this video or suddenly ends somewhere, don't worry about it. And now if you want to watch the part 2, the link should be in the description, or you can go to my channel. The link is in the description, so check out the description for the part 2. Okay.